Right, one jammer, one converter. There's no way I can get blue over there currently, so I'm going to have to use the jammer to get through. I need red over there. Can at least do something, maybe? It's a hole-in-wallable thing. Well, I can get red. It's no good. I can't get red from that angle. If I bring that round here, I don't think I can really do anything with that. Tell you what I can do is I can point this and this at that. Go back round here, jam that open. That now locks that open. Drill here. It's the only possible wall 2 drill. So it's going to have to be that. Then we take you. And you there. Yeah, surely I have an angle. What does that even do for me? I think I need the blue over here still as well. Which, how am I gonna do that? I can pass the jammer through. Apart from I can't, because I need it here still. Maybe we swap the places where these two are used and bring the regular connector around here. So you can connect there just fine. Throw you through. Head around. Don't have a good angle on this right now. That's the problem with this approach. I need to lock that back open. I just need this open. Barely hits the pillar. There we go. There, that works, and it lowers on this side. I don't need to worry about getting back through again.
I sent the drone to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded the pictures to the log.
Should we check them out with the VTOL?
Let's conserve fuel as much as we can. There's no point in going there if it's all dead.
Good job we ended up at the first cluster first then, wasn't it? Let's have a look at this. Drone data from the north of the island. Sent the drone to have a look at another puzzle cluster, but it seems they remain inactive until someone gets there, or until the transport system goes online. Another question I didn't even consider. Can you do the puzzles out of order? The answer is no. Imprisoned. That's a not gate. Okay, so this activates this and turns off that. And all I need to do is get blue over there. So, blue to blue. It's almost gonna work, but the lasers are gonna end up colliding. There. How do I prevent that? Stop this happening somehow. Maybe by... well, that isn't going to work, is it? It's also not going to work. It does keep the door open, but well, that works just fine. That works just fine, doesn't it? I hadn't even fully thought that through, but it just works. It just works. Hold up for 1 second about puzzle number 6. I see a receiver over here, and I want to know what colour it is. Also green still. All of them have been green so far. Okay, how about this over here then? Terminal.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet, I find there is something pathetic about these ruins that evokes anger and even contempt. I feel it is a mistake to accept this catastrophe with equanimity. What we see here should offend us. When witnessing this triumph of entropy, we should aspire to a warrior spirit, even a kind of hate of the past and its failures that will never allow such a thing to happen again.
Hidden? What's hidden? Got a red around here. Blue around there. Need both of them to open that up. Through here we have a converter. And I need 2 objects around here. Don't have the angle on this quite either. Alright, well. You are gonna need to go all the way around to this side and do that for me. At least, probably. This can go, because that now holds itself open. This could also hold itself open like that. Lets me take this back around to this side. Blue. Hold on. Also need to connect there. That way that becomes self-sustaining. And we simply bring this through. Amazing. Another puzzle solved. The garden. New poem. I walk in the garden without fear, as stars swirl across the sky, and I stand amongst the tall lilies who lift their faces to the passing eons. Here I will do no harm, and no harm will come to me, for at last my long journey is over, and I am at home. I was expecting it to rhyme, it doesn't. Beautiful, makes me feel calm and happy. This is my new favourite of yours, I think, though maybe Step by Step Towards the Nightingales might still win out. Let's say it's a tie. The words are definitely beautiful, but to me it seems like a poem about death. That's my greatest dream, that this is all just a momentary stop, a place where we rest for a little while before we go on to new adventures. Interesting. I always thought of humanity's journey as long and exhausting, a search for a home. Homes are important, but we are wanderers, Emesh. We need new horizons, and the more we travel, the more we perceive our homes with new eyes and find more to love. Wow, a response from Byron himself! Thank you for your thoughts, everyone. I really appreciate them. Yes, I know you're new. I've already looked at you. Didn't have anything to do with green lasers, though. No way to get a green laser from there. So, not helpful for that. Now I saw by the monorail station where we came in, there was a laser path travelling pretty much directly above me. That probably has something to do with it.
There's so much to discover on this island that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is almost infinitely complex and contains other organisms within itself. It seems impossible to ever really grasp, but then, step by step, I do understand. It takes time and effort, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot of joy to be found in simply taking the time to truly study something. I spent 5 years studying a single flower, and it never got boring.
Backward propagation. Spending 5 years studying a flower is something, but definitely see where they're coming from. Yes, yes. We need blue, and we need it over here. And I most certainly can't do it with this, not from this angle. So what's through here? Also needing blue. And here I need red. Well, that'll lock that open if I can get red to it at all. And I think I can. Just need to do that. Now that that is locked open, do that and lock that open. Or even do both.
Wow, that one was a mind bender.
Not really. Whatever you say. That was 7. Pretty positive. Just go and clear out 8 as well real quick. Positional interchange. Well, it's not possible to get you out of this room, but I can connect you to things. The hexahedron here. What's the point of the fan exactly? I need a bunch of things over there. Let's begin with that. And there I can start the fan. Well, that does something. I'm not totally sure why. Still, I can go and grab this inverter. From here I can... Maybe I just want the regular connector. Still not totally sure what the point of the fan is. Interesting. I feel like I want you out, because from here I can do all of that. Yeah, I can do that as well. I can do everything. Permanently knocked on and not requiring that. I can... Hold on, let me just turn that off for 1 second. Not like that. Like that. Post you up there. Cool, now we have a permanent elevated blue. Which should mean I don't have to worry about that collision, and there we go. Another intricate web of lasers I've made for myself. Right, things. Things in this direction. What's this? Is this a triangle? This looks like a triangle. This is a triangle. Reconnected! Got driller, and all I need is a red over there. Let's remove the driller. Put it here, because I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with it quite yet. So I may as well hold down the button for now. Red. Blue. And that blue. Open you back up again. That reopens the door. Lets me potentially take that. There's this little section back here. There's a place where I could potentially feed a laser through. probably just gonna want you there-ish. With that, I can... Something red over here, though. How am I gonna do that? Oh, I don't even need you over here. That's how. Don't even need you. I can immediately just go... Doink red. Easy, easy, easy. We're already there. Puzzle is already complete. No further thinking is required. We're there. Must be a lab directly beneath me. Uh-huh.
Every site we've investigated has had one of these labs, but they seem primitive compared to some of the technology we're seeing above ground.
Are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
There seems to be a connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply causation, though.
True. But just because we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we have here is two things that reflect each other. We just don't understand how that reflection works or what causes it.
Maybe Miranda can tell us.
Correlation may not be causation, but it's awfully coincidental if it's not causation. Well, I don't see any extra terminals, just this one. Gravity inversion. The end! Alrighty, this game wasn't that too long then. After a lifetime dedicated to the written word, I'm faced with a task I could never have expected, writing an epitaph not only for myself, but for my species. In the unlikely event that Alexander Drennan is successful and one day someone reads this, what meaningful insights can I share into this strange phenomenon that is humanity? I have spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time, so I'll set down the one thought that I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. With more time, we could have found a cure. With a few political victories, we could have been prepared. Change any factor even by a little, and we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment, it's just dumb luck. I'm reaching for something here, but I don't know what it is. Forgiveness? Grace? Acceptance? No, I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope, maybe. I feel like this story is unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaphs for humanity. I pray Drennan is right. It didn't have to be this way, and yet it was. Failed to load comment. Charon. From 51 Tales by Lord Dunsdy. Charon lead forward and rode, or things were one with his wariness. It was not for him with him a matter of years or of centuries, but of wide floods of time, and an old heaviness and a pain in the arms that had become for him part of the scheme that the gods had made and was of a piece with eternity. If the gods had even sent him a contrary wind, it would have divided all time in his memory into two equal slabs. So grey were all things always where he was, that if any radiance lingered a moment among the dead, on the face of such a queen perhaps as Cleopatra, his eyes would not have perceived it. It was strange that the dead nowadays were coming in such numbers. They were coming in thousands, where they used to come in 50s. It was neither Charon's duty nor his wont to ponder in his grey soul why these things might be. Charon leaned forward and rode. Then no one came for a while. It was not usual for the gods to send no one down from Earth for such a space, but the gods knew best. Then one man came alone, and the little shade sat shivering on a lonely bench, and the great boat pushed off. Only one passenger, the gods knew best, and great and weary Charon rode on and on beside the silent, little, shivering ghost. And the sound of the river was like a mighty sigh that grief in the beginning had sighed among her sisters, and that would not die like the echoes of human sorrow failing on earthly hills, but was as old as time and the pain in Charon's arms. Then the boat from the slow, grey river loomed up to the coast of Dis, and the little silent shade, still shivering, stepped ashore, and Charon turned the boat to go warily back to the world. Then the little shade spoke, and that had been a man. "I am the last," he said. No one had made Charon smile before. No one before had ever made him weep. There is an obvious and perhaps intended interpretation that this is the end of humanity and the last shadow is the last human to live. But another interpretation is equally possible, that humanity has achieved immortality and the last shadow is the last human to die. I prefer the latter. Version 0.08 unsuccessful, same problem as with trial 108, repeated all calculations, same result, weird. Experiment modified to gain further insights into unexpected error, inconsistent results, simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What is going on here? I wouldn't have enough context to know. The Great Trials of something or other. There's another question mark on my map. Something this way. Hello there.
Just when I thought we'd found all the weird stuff.
Success! It worked! I made a statue. Well, it half worked. The design wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic. But the good news is that it all works in principle. Imagine what we could do using stone. Part of the environment. Miranda.
So, humanity is great. I really believe that, and that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing that you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. They run whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
Right, so wrong button. Map is pointing me generally over here-ish. Well, there's a signpost here. And a tree. And some crazy reflections. And a switch. It sounds like a very positive noise. Now, where was that laser? There was also... I came out of... well, somewhere up here-ish. Yeah, and I saw this connection. Where does it come from and where does it go? Connector on a pole way up there. This just looks like a relay. Connector there. How close am I to... the star thing? Which star thing is this star thing? This is the Sphinx star thing. So, not really close to the other star thing. Star thing, get.
The wheel turns, but without the road, it cannot move. Lost track of it again now. It's up on one of these rocks somewhere. Yeah. There it is. Right, so I think this is going to be our starting point, especially because I see that we have a green laser down there. Connector there. Here is green, so point you there. And now we get to follow this thing in the other direction. Or I could just head back to the station, because I know it bounces back there anyway. There it goes. It goes up there. And I want it to go over there. There is an easy point to hit with just about anything.
Fox! Ding 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 ding. Can I get an angle from over here? Probably. I just need a regular old connector. I believe we had one in here. Yeah, fine. Connect that to that. Starget.
False idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
Yeah, sometimes. Bridge. Bridge time. Well, I think I only have one shape that will fit. This is all very forced. Not so much this one. It's gonna be similar. Just wildly out to one side and then make our way back again. You and you were both pretty straightforward though, so that isn't going to work. If I flip you, you should work. Yeah, not really. That first section of bridge was just kind of weird.
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son, Icarus. To escape their plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax. He warned his son to fly neither too high nor too low, but his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the sun's error?
Not considering astronomy properly, because that is not how the sun works. Hubris, the flame of the sun belongs to the gods. Disobedience, carelessness, impatience, lawlessness. Idiocy, the wings were made from wax, I mean, come on. I mean, the most obvious, moral of the story is...
Yet many great feats came of rebellion and disobedience. You yourself are born of that lineage. After the death of his son, Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land. King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled. But for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos, burned in his bath, as you seek your own answer.
Laser the third.
The megastructure. It's opening.
3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
If you consider the size of the entire structure, then that opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to go in there, into the creepy triangular maw of death?
Maw of death? I think it looks charming.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right. I'm not winning this, am I?
Nope. Let's meet up with the VTOL, everybody. We're going in.
Just don't call it the Maw of Death.
By the way, I finished my analysis of the particle clouds. At first I thought they might be some kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that. What we're looking at is a completely unknown type and state of matter. Completely inexplicable within our understanding of physics. Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
Oh, that's it's a giant, laser redirector. I think of a good word for it. There's some up there and over there as well. It kind of explains what I was just wondering about.
Come on, people, get on board. We haven't got all day.
Very convenient that there are no mountains or anything between these lasers and their destinations, but no, they're being bounced off a number of relays. That makes a lot of sense.
"1K? We're all waiting for you at the VTOL.
Yep. On my way.
Yakut, take us in.
Aye, aye, sir.
Have any of you ever read an ancient writer called Ian Banks? I guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem. That's when a society encounters something so advanced, so different, that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is. This whole place is one giant outside context problem. And we're headed right into it.
With you there.
I think I can set down over there. Should I?
Please do. I can't wait to get a closer look.
What, the giant, obvious, illuminated platform? Good idea. Okay, to be fair, there is another one over there that we could have chosen. Here is what you could have had.
Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as to who built this place and why.
The schematics we found in that lab were extremely incomplete. So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
A long way
I think
down.
someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
You are slow runners. I'm not even sprinting. And I'm overtaking you. That or I'm just a particularly fast runner. sphere and cube. This an elevator? Wow, is it an elevator?
This thing seems to be broken.
I can't even get in. I'll take your word for it. Inconvenient. I thought I would be elevatoring. Maybe later.
Isn't this an incredible space? Look at it all, it's beautiful.
I was going to look at it, but I was then forced into a dialogue with you. I'm sure it is beautiful, though.
That's good. That's excellent. I find that a lot of people these days can't see the beauty in things created by human hand. They can look at an ant colony or a coral reef and be impressed, but if it was made by humans, they just don't see it. It's good to be humble as an individual, but we have to be careful not to lose track of our accomplishments as a species. If we're impressed by the complex patterns produced by animals, then this should be breathtaking.
It's some green. It's a giant generator is what it looks like. Okay. To not fall down. You have found a terminal. Guess I'll leave you to it. I have also found a terminal. From Arkady Chinovsky's In Our Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. What I propose then is that we are not born as entirely free agents, responsible only for ourselves. The very core of what we are, our sentience, separates us and elevates us above the animal kingdom. As I have argued, this is not a matter of arrogance, but of responsibility. However, this blessing also demands something else from us, something more personal than responsibility, and that is loyalty. Our ancestors, less atomized than we are, experienced a crude version of this loyalty, swearing allegiance to tribes, races, nations, and other semi-such fictional concepts. This fragmented understanding was easily exploited and led to many conflicts. We can condemn them for that, or we can choose to believe these were necessary historical steps towards our growth. But above all, we must stop indulging in such childlike behaviour. Our species can no longer afford to believe in Mother Russia or Uncle Sam. Neither, however, can we afford to indulge in the adolescent rebel's misanthropy, rejecting the many gifts we have been lucky enough to receive, not from above, but from the history of our species. To put it simply, each of us owes a burden of loyalty to humanity itself, to the human project across time and space. This is not a minor matter or some abstract issue for philosophers. It is a profound and significant part of every human life. It is a universal source of meaning, and an insight that can bind us together and set us on a path for a brighter future. And it is also a division, a line that must be held against those who preach the gospel of self-annihilation. We ignore it at our peril. Chernevsky, like Drennan, stood by this belief to the bitter end. Without him, the archive would not exist. As we owe humanity our loyalty, so we owe a more personal debt to those individuals who gave everything for our story to continue.
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these file structures? Okay, door should be opening. Now, about the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
Huh.
Don't go too far. Try to circle back.
On it.
Thank you, Melville. Tree! Chasm! Long way down. The path continues.
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second? That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps.
Sure.
When we first arrived here, I was really excited. It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced. If we figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far. And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, what if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control?
Well, someone's possibly controlling it already. This place could be dangerous. Yes. Not in the background of this particular game. Maybe. Dialogue options in this game are really good because I agree with most of them most of the time. Like all of these to some extent.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's a little worried, but we should keep exploring. Like you said, we need to understand what we're dealing with. Maybe it won't be all that bad. Thanks for talking to me, 1K. I know we're in the middle of something, but I kind of needed that.
Gotta know the unknowns before you can deal with them. Floating thing. Anti-gravity floating thing. Is this another bridge up ahead?
Looks like another set of puzzles. Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort of fractal symmetry.